Welcome to the third weekly Forum Thread podcast. This is your host, Dark One Dre. With me, we've got Nobod,
Eh.
Wubwave. He'll get back with us.
Perfect.
Good
Chaos
guess.
Mana,
Hello.
and Zapdy, aka Edwin.
Hi. Off to a great start.
Mr. Yes, it always is.
Surprisingly.
Are you with us, Wubwave?
Or maybe he's not.
Oh, come on.
Okay.
Okay. No, you
Yes,
just
okay.
you were just quiet. It's okay.
Stop asking if we can hear you. It's a horrible question.
It
Because
is a
if we
pretty
can
bad
hear you,
question.
we can hear you. If we can't hear you, we're not going to answer.
Okay. So Edwin,
Yeah.
I have a question. What is it like to be like the only Canadian on RoosterTeeth.com? Do you feel all alone
That's
and
that's
vulnerable?
definitely not true.
Oh, definitely not. What are you talking about?
Are you
You
saying
mu- you must not
Canadians
browse
can't
too
get on the
much, man.
internet?
There's a lot of us.
There's
There's-
a crazy amount. I mean, half of the internet boxes look Canadian.
There's a
I
whole
don't
pandemic.
listen to Internet Box. I only know that one chick that was supposed to be here tonight and wasn't, so she kind of doesn't really count because she's not here.
Yeah, but
hear
I
that,
mean,
Eileen? You
it's
don't count.
there's definitely a wide range of Canadian, English, and Australian viewers on the site.
Yeah,
Hell,
'cause
I
mean,
know all
there's-
about the Australian ones. Damn. We
Yeah,
got-
I have a
there's-
question.
There's Alicia.
Who's Eileen?
there's Shaden. It's Indy.
Oh.
Yeah.
Indie Renegade.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm a
Indie
first name
Renegade,
basis
if
to
you're
everyone,
listening
dude.
to this, we're very disappointed in you. We were hoping to have our token female on the show this evening.
Okay, what does that term mean?
Token?
You know how every show has to have the token black guy, the token gay
Oh,
guy,
that type of
the
thing.
token
That's
female.
why the black guy in South Park is named Token Black.
Yeah.
It's actually really token. And we lost Hal.
Well, he
We
might
lost him a while ago.
he might
Wub's
come back
gone.
again.
You should have been paying
We just had
attention.
a special guest star. Wubwave, he just popped in.
Well, as long as he keeps Audacity running in the background, when he calls back on, it'll just rejoin. It'll be
Hopefully.
alright.
It'll be interesting to listen
it-
to his audio while he's not in the call.
He's probably cursing at home right
Yep.
now. Just
Yep.
going off a string of swears and
Yeah, well, I
All
mean,
that
he
good
just
stuff.
messaged us.
Oh yeah, so how besides Wub, how are the rest of you with language?
With language, I speak language.
I meant cursing.
it depends. I go off sometimes, but you know.
I don't acknowledge the existence of quote unquote curse words. I just have a expansive vocabulary. Yeah.
Like expansive.
That's actually a pretty good way to put it.
Well, I don't understand the concept of curse words in general. They're merely just descriptive words that someone decided to taboo for no good reason.
Well, it's not. It's a way. It's more of an exclamation. The way that people use it makes it more than a description.
Well, what makes shit not okay, but oh poop okay? You're just using a euphemism that says the same thing.
I'd prefer the first.
When so many people use the same thing, then
What do you mean so many people use
when
the
they-
same thing?
I mean, when so many people use it in the same way, then it becomes its own meaning.
No, that's
It
not
means-
true. Because otherwise, everyone that says, well, crap, or, well, darn, I mean, those would become swear words. We've been using them for, a couple generations now.
Well, they're good replacements.
Why?
But again, it's just a euphemism. It's another word that means the exact same thing, and you're using them as a swear word. So it just makes the whole existence of words of curse just ridiculous. It's stupid. It makes no intellectual sense whatsoever, and I just refuse to acknowledge that it even exists.
I'm with Thomas.
Is that what you do with a lot of your problems?
That's not a problem.
Refuse to acknowledge that they exist. It's not necessarily a bad way to deal with stuff. I mean, it works for me.
Just close your eyes and wait for it to end.
Yeah.
Just
And
like bad sex.
Okay.
Just everyone stop.
Yeah, I suddenly realized the age in which you guys are. Never mind.
Well, hey, don't jump to
You
too
just
many
realized?
conclusions. I mean, come on. Aren't you in college, David?
How old are you?
What are you saying?
You're in college. That's what I'm saying. There isn't too much else to it.
What about you? I mean,
Oh, I don't know. A little personal, but I mean, it's not a barren wasteland, but it's certainly not like a thriving Garden of Eden.
Okay.
It's somewhere in the middle. It's like a wasteland of Eden, I guess.
What
you
are we
guys
talking
are
about?
all relatively young-aged guys who would be considered geeks, so obviously you're not getting that much sex. So
What?
We can all own up to that fact for
Look
you
at my
guys.
picture. I'm in a
Are
band.
you serious? Are you
That
serious?
doesn't mean anything.
Sure it does.
Are you serious?
Me being on the computer doesn't make me like uptight Urkel.
Then why were you so quick to sidestep the question of how much booty you get?
Cause personally, dude, I don't want to discuss my booty with you. You guys aren't fellow pirates.
well, that's the whole point.
He's just
We're
being
talking
modest.
about our booty intake.
booty intake. We can
Being-
call it something else. We can call it getting the buns,
Getting the buns.
or
See, that's what I say when I
or-
want like hot dog buns. I don't say that when I'm talking about
Yeah.
the lady parts.
I mean, you have to realize that your terms are a bit skewed.
My terms.
A
and
bit?
Thomas's.
His.
A bit.
There are two he's. Which he?
Thomas, then.
Okay. Okay.
Thomas is the she.
Yes.
Actually,
Hey,
That's a
he's
whole
back.
conversation.
Hey, Webwave is back. You just saved us from an awkward conversation.
Yeah, that was getting
Thank you.
weird really quickly.
I was afraid he was about to discuss which one's the he and which one's the she.
Yeah, we're not going there.
I've always.
So how's your internet connection, Webwave?
And then he drops out again.
Bad,
Ready?
apparently.
Fucking
Ready?
Webwave.
I got a good or conversation starter.
Go for it.
What was that?
Is that a gunshot?
That would be me opening my iced tea.
Oh, it sounded like
That
a
was me
gunshot.
opening my iced tea.
He just.
That would be a very good conversation starter if it was a gunshot.
Well, I'm being robbed. What do you guys think?
I think it's
Well,
more likely that you're going on some sort of crazy rampage through your neighborhood versus getting shot at.
With
Neighborhood?
his laptop behind himself on this little wheelie cart.
Mm-hmm. Using his cell phone as a Wi-Fi hotspot so he doesn't lose connection as he's running down the street.
I have a flip phone.
I need one of those. I don't have that yet, and I need to get one.
It's
I
pretty
have a
nice.
flip phone.
That was a really good mixed drink. I did
Oh
a good
boy.
job.
Are you drunk yet?
No, I've only had 2 beers and 1 screwdriver. But that was a damn good screwdriver. I mixed it just perfectly.
I love being completely malinformed on what kind of alcohol a screwdriver is because I like to just imagine you drinking a liquidized screwdriver.
I'm almost sure that's
just-
vodka
just
and
stick-
orange juice.
Yeah, yeah.
Is that what?
vodka,
That's
orange
really all
juice.
it is? How does it get
Mhm.
screwdriver from
Why
that?
is it called that?
Yeah.
Because
don't
orange
know.
juice is called virgin screwdriver, dear.
Oh, is that where it came from? See, I didn't even know that.
No, it's completely the opposite way.
Why not
Are you
like
you're just making
Oh.
shit up?
vodka
wait.
juice or
What?
orange vodka?
There's also a
Orange
similar
juice.
name for grapefruit juice and vodka. It's not a screwdriver, but it's like a corkscrew or something like that. I don't remember.
Corkscrew.
What do you?
How many different drink types do you know?
Well, I don't know how to make most of them, but I know of several. A really good one that I like to get when I go out to the club is a blue motorcycle. I don't know what's in it, but it's damn delicious.
A blue motor.
To
okay,
clear
these-
up, he
these are
means the
starting
gay
to sound
club.
like sex positions more than drinks, and it's kind of concerning.
Well,
me.
you know they do name drinks after sex positions. There is a drink called Sex on the Beach.
See, I thought it was
and-
the other way around. Wait, well, sex on the beach isn't a sex position. It's just a place in which you can
For all you know.
partake. I don't know.
Yeah.
What do you know?
I don't recommend ever having sex on the beach though. You get sand in places that sand does not belong.
Exactly, that's what
Not
I'm
a good
saying. Like,
idea.
that would be all the position could possibly be, and it would still be I don't know. Yeah. I don't know where I'm going with this.
But the
It's
drink
like,
itself does not have any sand in it, and it doesn't grit in your teeth. It's actually pretty pleasant.
What does it have?
I don't know. I don't know what's in it, but it just tastes good.
You don't even know what you're drinking. You'll just drink it.
No, I have a book of mixed drinks, but I never actually read it because I found screwdrivers and I'm like, I don't need anything else. I love you, screwdrivers. It's just what I drink. It's my go-to. It's reliable.
You
And
said
we've-
goat.
Okay, so since I've been corrected on Zapty not being the only Canadian, I'm curious now. If you don't like using your screen name, why did you come up with your screen name?
it's my gamer tag.
So,
Okay, why did you come up with your gamer tag?
Well, because
why didn't you call your gamer tag friggin'
Edwin.
Edwin
Mr.
something?
Mr. Edwin.
Well, I'm pretty sure it was taken, and if it wasn't, I don't like. I'm a fan of internet anonymity to some level, but I mean, when it comes to friends, I'd rather be called by my name. I don't know. It's just I don't. When I'm in
Well,
games,
yeah, I mean-
people calling me Zapty annoys me because I usually don't answer to it. I mean, I'm just not paying any attention, and they can talk to me for like 25 minutes, and I just don't think about it. That, and I'm used to be calling Salty because that was what my old gamer tag was.
That's not a problem for me. I mean, I respond to Chaos Albedo in my own name.
I've never called you Albedo777. That's just awkward to pronounce in conversation.
Well, most of the people on Xbox know me as Albedo.
Okay, that
Just-
actually brings me to a
it's kinda
question.
funny.
Does your gamer tag have 3 sevens or 4?
4.
Oh,
That's why.
7777.
Okay, because I sent a friend request to 777 and never got a response. And
I wanted it to at least have been. I would have preferred it to be nothing. It's so annoying when all the names that I ever want are taken. So then I just have to do with that.
so even Chaos Man, it was
My
I've
name
got
wasn't
an
taken.
annoying story. So we know that my screen name is Dark One Dry, but on Xbox it's T3 as Dark One Dry.
I remember this.
And the reason for this is because way back when the Xbox 360 first came out, I made the account Dark One Dry on my friend's Xbox. And at the time, I didn't have a stable internet connection at home. It wasn't until almost a year later that I actually got my own Xbox and set up my own gamer tag. And I couldn't remember what the email address or password was for the original Dark One Dry account. So I made the new one, and years have passed, and finally it disappeared from Xbox Live. And I thought, okay, this is my chance. I can finally reclaim this thing. So I tried doing the gamer tag switch. You know, when you pay them what, $10 or whatever to change your gamer tag.
You paid them too
I think
much.
it was like 800,
Well, it's 800
Yeah,
points. It's
whatever
not
it is.
$800.
Yeah,
which is $10.
yeah. So I tried to change that, and it said it was unavailable. And I'm like, what the hell? It's not even on the list anymore. It should be available. So I call their customer service, and they're not any help either. They're like, okay, we can't find it, but it's not available. What's your story about it? And then he tries to get me to remember what my old email addresses were, and I have like 7 or 8. And then
Wow.
they're all long as hell. And I had this thing way back when that I wanted to have the longest email address possible before it says, okay, you can't put any more characters in. So they were all really long, and I'm trying to talk to him over the phone. Okay, it's Dark One Dre at, and then there was another one that was like, T3 is mutating alien genesis at yahoo.com,
God.
and he's trying to put this all in, and I'm telling him how to spell it, and then he's like, is that an N or an M? I'm like, oh, fuck, this is just ridiculous. So after this whole, we're at this for at least half an hour, and finally,
At least he's trying to help you.
oh yeah, I'm
Some
not
customer
angry
services
at him,
won't
but
even-
yeah, I'm nice to him the whole time. I'm not angry at him, but it's just really frustrating as I'm sitting here trying to remember all this shit.
Bless you.
So after we go at this for at least half an hour, he then says to me, okay, I've had to contact some of our other guys who know more about this type of situation, because this is the first time I've ever come across your situation. What has happened is someone managed to hack into the old account and they changed the username. So the original Dark One Dry no longer exists, but because it once did exist and was changed to something else, it's in our virtual oblivion and can never be used again. It's just gone.
That's stupid.
So their reasoning was the account name was used at one point at one time in the past and therefore can't be recovered ever.
Right.
Meaning that
So,
if I were
well,
to
then
change
how
my
do
gamer
you-
tag and then change my mind, I couldn't change back.
I don't think you could.
Wow.
That doesn't make sense. I mean, so I could never get a regular name.
Yeah, that was the most retarded thing I'd ever heard, and I'm like, really? That's what happens to all those gamer tags? Like, you have a whole ocean of usable
I-
gamer tags that no one can touch now. And
I
then-
do think that with today's technology, they should be able to do that. They better do that on the next Xbox.
Yeah, that's what the guy was telling me. He said, yeah, he says from what I understand, when Microsoft originally created Xbox Live, they hadn't anticipated that it would get to the scope that it currently is, and they just never planned this far ahead. I'm like, wow, that's typical.
I think it's interesting that there will be gamer tags that are from. This is another example, kind of that, of the original Xbox. Like the one that I looked up was Canada. I was just curious to see who had it, and it's from the original Xbox. That has 0 gamer score, no activity. I don't think it has. It has a couple of friends, and even though this account will definitely never be used again, if you were to call them and ask them if you could have the gamer tag, they would ban you. Because they think you're trying to get around their system and like you're trying to take advantage of them somehow, and they ban people for asking for gamer tags that are said that they can't be changed to, which is strange because half of them are just from banned people because of selling. Like my friend wanted the gamer tag gadgets, and he called in about that, and they said that the account had been banned because the name had been sold so many times that they just banned the name in general, and now nobody's allowed to have it because some people were stupid. And I think
Wow.
I think that's really really dumb.
That's very counterintuitive logic that they use
Yeah.
there.
I don't know. It's like it's just a gamer tag. So I mean, if somebody who actually wants the gamer tag wants it, let them have it. I don't get what the harm is, and and I don't get the whole harm in selling gamer tags either. I mean, I wouldn't do it. It's not like I'd go ahead and buy someone else's gamer tag because I wanted it, but I don't get why it matters that if you do want to, why you shouldn't be allowed to.
Probably because it's something that Microsoft can't capitalize on
That-
themselves, so
That's
they
actually a
just
good
try
point.
and
Maybe they should
control it.
fix that. Have like a gamer tag trading system or something.
I
or
hope they do.
I don't know, something along those lines.
Yeah, yeah.
I'd love to trade mine with the original Albedo, which I don't even know if he does anything right now.
I'm actually on Xbox right now. I can check for you. I'm curious.
I'm
kinda wanna
really
check
glad
Chaos
that
Mana, too.
the Rooster Teeth website is not retarded like that.
More specifically, Adam.
if you want to change your username and it's available, or even if it's taken and just hasn't been used in years, that the staff is cool enough to say, okay, yeah, it's yours. Just here, let me change it for you. It's,
What if he was? I caught him when he was really tired, and I asked for yours, and then he's like, "Yeah, all right."
well, then I would have to get in touch with customer support and be like, okay, look, bitches, something's up here and it needs to be fixed pronto.
By the way, David, I checked. Original Albedo has no gamer score, no games, no friends, no anything.
Hey,
And
that's kind of
you'll-
like my original Dark One Dry.
Yeah, and you will probably never be able to get it because Microsoft.
It's lost to the ocean of stupidity that is Microsoft's Xbox Live support system. Thank you, Microsoft.
Alex, why are you so quiet? There you go. Oh, that was,
Uh-oh.
that was spooky.
Who?
timing.
Guess who's online now?
Oh, now she's online.
Indie
That was
Renegade.
Well,
tremendously spooky. timing.
Too late now.
Well, we could always add her, kind of, maybe. No?
Not really, because she hasn't even started.
Oh well, we'll get you next time. Maybe, if you're available. Who's typing?
Yeah, well,
That would be Alex.
it's probably
me,
him
just-
because the
you-
way his mic is set up, it amplifies any clicking or something he does.
Yeah, I don't talk like type or anything, so he can edit it out
Oh,
easily.
very nice. I had no idea that his powers were that grandiose.
Well, they definitely are. If he's not talking, it's not too troubling. I don't know. I've been editing audio for like 4 years, so I mean, for the fact that I'm 16, I'm pretty well
For like
experienced.
band stuff.
Mostly, yeah, and other music things I've done. You haven't
Your
even
band that
listened to them.
sucks.
But yeah, they weren't that good.
What sort of music does your band make?
Question
I don't-
mark.
I'm not in the band.
There was a
anymore.
question mark there.
We aren't a band anymore.
So all this time you've led us to believe
'Cause they
that
suck.
you were in a band.
I said
and
I
you were
was.
actually an ex-member.
I said
You
I
had a
was.
fallout.
No, the
What
band doesn't
happened?
exist. We broke up completely.
Yeah, the band doesn't exist, and you can no longer use that band name anymore.
Yeah, Cycles is officially
Yeah.
illegal to use for bands.
Or you'll get banned.
Oh,
Get
punch
it?
while we're on
yourself
the
in the
topic
face.
of bands, has anybody heard Korn's new album?
The one with all the dubstep people?
I don't.
Yes.
Yes.
My Pandora station started playing a couple of their songs off that album, and I had to take a double take. I thought, this sounds like Korn, but what's up with the music? And I saw the artwork. I'm like, holy shit, they've got a new album out, and it's dubstep. I was really impressed.
I'm oddly okay with it.
Yeah. I prefer Korn's.
Well,
it
that's the
still
thing,
is
it
rock.
Stuff.
Yeah. It's hard to. I don't know.
It's like a hybrid.
Yeah, it's very pleasantly surprising when I first listened to it. I really enjoyed it, and I thought I would hate it. I was fully prepared because I don't like Skrillex very much anymore. I used to love him, and then I went to a bunch of electronic shows back in those times of my life, and now I can't stand it. And yet,
Well, there's really only
it worked.
one song I like by Skrillex, and that's his "Kill Everybody" song.
Well,
What?
If that comes
Ew.
on when I'm on my way to work in the morning, I have an awesome day.
it
Kill
comes on the
everybody.
radio.
Oh, my gay's
No,
great.
it comes on my Pandora station.
I hate
oh, okay.
Pandora.
I was like, I didn't think they.
Pandora sucks.
Why do you hate Pandora?
Because you don't get to choose what songs you want on, and then I'll go on Offspring Radio, trying to listen to some.
You
The-
keep
no,
a
the-
civil tongue in that
It is, no,
unprepossessing
it
face
is
of
kind
yours.
of, it is
Okay.
kind of, like it's good if you want to. It's good that it has such a wide range. Like I can put in a Metal Gear station in it, even though it doesn't do straight Metal Gear. It does, similar sounding songs from video games.
Yeah, it's fucking awesome when when I'm at work, we've got seven other guys plus myself that all share the same shop, and so each of us will pick a station, and then we'll mix it up. So it'll play some gangster rap, and then it'll play some country, and then it'll play several different rock stations, and then I'll add in a Lady Gaga station just to make it a little bit more fabulous. And everyone's happy. They all get to listen to what they want to listen to, and not just the same shit that would play on the normal radio. It's pretty
Well,
awesome.
that's true. It does seem the normal radios do loop a lot more.
Yeah, the normal radio will play the same 12 songs in a loop all day long. It's so
They do need a. I mean, so I think that some of the best music is in most of the video games. They should have like a video game and movie soundtrack radio station.
Why?
You know, it was through Pandora that we found the Mexican dubstep.
I remember that.
So how is that different from regular one?
Because Mexican music has got the accordion and the horns, and it's like that.
Accordion?
It's like traditional Mexican music with the accordion and their horns, but it's got the the dubstep beat to the whole thing.
I'm
It's-
just imagining a mariachi song in
Mhm.
dubstep form.
That would be interesting.
Yeah, it
Mariachi
was.
step. I'll have to
In
look
a
later.
way, it is kind of like that. I could not find out who the artist was though, because it was not my phone that we were playing it through. But I've tried
law.
looking it up online since then, and I wasn't able to specifically find any particular artist. But it was really, really cool. If it happens again, I'm gonna try and hunt down whoever's playing it and make them look up the artist for me so I can tell you guys about it. It's Wes. He's asking, when do you guys record the podcast? They're funny. We are recording it right now.
Which Wes? Like iWes or Queerso Wes?
iWes.
Okay.
Do you have...
Who's Queer So Wes?
I mean, He
have
means
any
Mr. Super West 88.
questions.
No, I know who he's talking
Super West
about now.
88
It's
does not exist anymore.
I
K
guess.
K Weirso. I don't know how to pronounce his name. If he hears this, he'll correct me. I'm sure.
Oh yeah,
He's
by the
actually
way,
featured user today.
How does that happen? I don't think I'm ever gonna get chosen.
It's completely random. I was chosen a while ago, in January, just out of nowhere.
Yeah, why is
I
that?
didn't do anything.
Does
specific.
it if you are chosen, does it notify you?
People will notify you. You'll get comments. Trust me. People will find a way to tell you that you're featured user. I had a decent amount. I think actually the only reason I even noticed, because I'm usually on Achievement Hunter, and they don't show the featured user on the homepage. And actually I didn't notice until I got a message from Mary saying Happy FU Day. That was the only reason that I even spotted it. Otherwise I probably wouldn't have known.
FU
I
Day.
would hope. I would hope I'm not the featured user on a day that I'm not online.
Yeah, no.
We'd find a way. We'd contact
That'd
See-
be
you.
the worst.
I don't get it. Like, Thomas, have you ever been featured user?
I don't know.
Because I'm fairly sure we're much more interesting people than Ed.
Ouch.
How do you know? I don't know the inner workings of Ed's life. He could
He
have the most
admitted it. He
fascinating
admitted
life.
it. He did not do a thing to get that. He did not do a thing.
I
I'm
did say
sitting
that.
here.
I mean, no. Well, actually, he does a lot of different things, and I mean, look at his karma level.
Yeah, I mean, and I don't do anything to
He
directly
has an
contribute
award.
to.
He has an award from Bernie, Matt, and
Whoa.
Yeah, how did you
Jeff.
get that anyway?
Excuse me, what? No, I don't. I don't. I only have an
Not
award
you.
from Kathleen. What are you talking about?
I'm talking about a featured user.
Oh, Wes.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, I thought
He's awesome.
I thought you were talking about me. I was like, I have Kathleen. That's it.
yeah, I thought we were still talking about Zapd too.
Yeah, that threw me
Okay.
for a
Zapty just
loop.
has one from
Kathleen.
Cat. Who's Cat?
Kathleen.
What's her last name? Does anyone know?
Zulch.
Lean.
It's Zulch, I think.
What did you do to get that staff award?
Was it a reward for being featured user or something?
He seduced
no.
her one night.
Yeah, that was it. I seduced a
Next-
40-year-old woman.
Next thing
I
you
thought
know,
we established. I thought you already said that we don't get anything. So
next thing you know, after that crazy night of seduction, he gets a note on his door saying that she's knocked up, he's the baby daddy, and she needs money for an abortion.
Baby daddy.
Push comes to shove, she gets knocked
The hell
down a
is a
flight of
baby
stairs,
daddy?
baby's lost, and she gives him the staff award smooch because she no longer has a pregnancy problem and he's off the hook.
For real, what is a baby daddy? I don't know. Okay.
What?
give and take relationship.
In seriousness, if you want to know, you can just look at her profile on Rooster Teeth, and she says how to get it. So I
No,
mean,
I've never really cared enough to investigate how to get these things. So how do you get it?
I just kind of bumped onto her page and saw it, and for me, I got it because one day in the winter a while ago, I woke up really early since I don't sleep. I don't know if I've talked to you guys about that, but I'm a really bad insomniac, and I'm kind of a reverse one as well because I can fall asleep really easily. I just wake up really early every single time I sleep. So I woke up at like 5 in the morning on a weekend during winter break just this last year, and I got up out of bed, and I, for some reason, some crazy, and everyone was out, so I just kind of got up and shoveled my driveway because I didn't have anything better to do, and then I shoveled several other driveways just for the sake of doing it, and then I was like, hey,
And then people charged out, said, "Get off my lawn."
no, everyone
You know, in
was,
some states you can actually be sued for arrested and sued for shoveling someone else's sidewalk if they don't ask you.
Okay, so how'd you get the freaking
well,
thing?
good thing I did it at 5 in the morning, so they were all asleep.
No, you're saying
I was lucky.
he's a criminal.
He is a criminal in some states for doing
I
that.
am,
Yes.
I am like the
Which
most
states?
polite criminal in the world.
I don't remember. I came into work. I wake up at 6 in the morning and I make it to work and punch in just like 10 minutes before 7. So the morning news is always on, and that was one of the stories as I was warming up my oatmeal in the microwave. I was talking about how someone had been arrested and was being sued by this old lady for shoveling her sidewalk because in this particular state, in this particular city, it was illegal to do so.
Why would you sue for it though? It seems so
I have
Because
no
people,
idea.
Because people are inhuman and will do anything to get money.
I'm still confused.
I mean, think about it. People get ridiculous. Like, you know how there's the caution hot thing on McDonald's cups?
Yeah, that's a good
You
one.
guys know the story behind that? I'm assuming
Yeah.
Thomas knows it.
Yes.
You guys know the story behind it? That the chick spilled on herself and said that since there was no warning that she was too hot, she got like $6 million compensation because she's stupid.
Well, in her
I don't
defense,
get how the
if
court
you've-
favors the idiots.
if you've ever drank McDonald's coffee, it is ungodly hot. It's just under the point of boiling when they serve it to you, because they.
It is, but I mean, coffee's supposed to be hot.
Well,
And
it's
if you
not
spill it
supposed
on
to be.
yourself,
Yeah,
shame on you,
that's
you
true.
spilled
It's
it.
not supposed to be. I mean,
It's not supposed to be that hot. The reason they have it that hot is because it sits in the coffee machines for so long, and it prevents bacteria from growing in it.
Exactly. So she sued them for keeping her coffee hot enough that it wouldn't give her some kind of weird disease. And
Yeah, Because there was no
now
warning
they
on
have
it.
to put a marker on it. I mean, I'm sure they
She's-
don't care about the money because they're swimming in the dough, but at the same time, it's still like I don't remember if it was anywhere between $6 and $10 million. That is $6 or $10 million that woman does not deserve because she's stupid.
Yep.
You still never explained how you got that.
he
definitely
probably sent
did.
her a message of that deed he did. It says if you read, I just went
Yeah,
to her
that's. Oh, I
profile.
forgot. I totally forgot to say that. Yeah, that's what it is. You have to message her about a good deed that you've done.
So
and I saw that
I
on
can't
the
even
day
find
that
her
I
on
did
this
that,
what
site.
happens
so I
if some
messaged
asshole
her,
just makes something up and says, "Yeah, I just did this," and they're lying their ass off?
and then they get their then I guess they get her staff award.
That's
Uh,
kind of that's
Where's her page? I just did something really good.
what you do.
okay.
You save a
You-
hooker from her pimp.
I still
No,
have to think about
no,
it.
you do, no, just message her and say I have a
You have
podcast.
to iron out the details.
Yeah, we are providing
I
to
started
the
a
public.
podcast. We talk about stuff, and then she's like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah, this one's
have
pre-
it.
Yeah,
this
let's
one's
do
more
that.
random than the other two were by far.
A little bit.
Guess it's to be
Oh,
expected.
and Alex, happy super late birthday
Oh, thank
when
you.
was your birthday?
by like
The
5 days
11th.
ago.
It's
I
only
just
5
checked.
days.
I just checked.
That's
Well, happy
where-
late
that's-
birthday.
That's
I
why I
had
saw it. I just
no
I
idea.
went creeping on him and saw his birthday.
Ooh,
Listen-
ooh. Speaking of birthdays, I just made arrangements today to go to Michigan in March for my cousin's 21st birthday. We're gonna get her shit-faced. It's gonna be awesome.
You mean this month? So that means in a couple days.
Not March, May. I'm sorry. The
Okay.
other month.
Two very
The other
different
month.
months.
Yeah.
My birthday's in May.
So this my cousin, she's. I lost my train of thought. I'm sorry.
You ruined everything.
You have
My bad.
ruined my life for the last time. There's going to be someone walking out of your closet in 5, 4, 3, 2,
What?
1, and
Stop.
he's dead.
Don't do this.
I was just super confused because I'm in a room without any closets nearby, so there are several places that there
Oh,
could be
well,
someone in my house.
then it'll be like that movie, Tim Allen with the Santa Claus, where even in the houses without the fireplaces, like the little tiny chimney turns into a fireplace, there'll just be a closet that opens up out of the middle of the wall, and he'll step out and kill you.
I don't like that.
I don't like that.
Don't do.
You just ruined
Don't
the
do
Santa
that.
Claus for me.
It wasn't a good movie to begin with. I don't think I could actually ruin it for anybody.
The first one was fine. The first one was fine.
Even
second
as a
one was
kid, I
horrible.
thought
Third
it was a
one was-
retarded movie.
You've
How
got
old
too
is
high
the
of
movie?
standards.
What?
Decently old. I mean, like, what, mid-90s? Early 90s?
I was
94? I'm going to say
yeah.
94.
I think I was in elementary school when it came out, so it was right around 93, 94, 95, somewhere in there.
We'll go with that. The only good thing about there was no good things about the second one, and the only good thing about the third one was Martin Short
Huh.
because
Sure.
I love Martin Short.
I never saw the second or third one. The only reason I saw the first one was
Don't waste your
because
time.
You know when you're in elementary school and for some reason they have those days where you just sit there and watch movies. They
Oh,
wheel
I
in
like
Yeah, I
that.
miss those.
that TV and they make you watch movies. So that was one of the movies they made us watch. I'm like, why am I sitting here in class watching a movie? I could be at home watching this movie instead of here.
That's how, because of that, that's how I got shown like some like Mythbusters and such.
We didn't have cool shows like
Really?
that when I was in elementary school.
What did you have?
Shit.
But you're a
There was-
90s kid. You got all
Chaos.
the good Nickelodeon cartoons and all that kind of stuff, like as they were airing.
I did too. I mean,
I was still I had a hard time getting into a lot of that stuff just because like even when I was a kid I could tell that it was for a younger audience than what I was.
So you obviously never watched Zim.
I watched some of them. Like I remember the only one I actually really liked. I liked Doug before Disney bought it. Then once Disney bought it, it wasn't really any good anymore.
I,
That was an
I
awesome
never
show.
knew that it was owned by anything else.
Yeah, it was owned by
Yeah.
Nickelodeon. Then Disney bought it, and they changed
What?
several of the characters, the way they looked, and it just became kind of a generic, you know, standard Disney.
A lot of the shows that I actually liked are just gone now.
Like what?
Disney. Just
Ooh,
blame Disney.
no, when I was a little kid before elementary school, I did watch the shit out of Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers. That was a good show.
Hmm.
And
I
there's
don't know
another
if I
one
ever watched that. It's probably before my
called
time.
Tailspin, where they have the cast from the Jungle Book, but it's I guess more modern. Takes place in a modern world anyway, where Baloo is a pilot and Mowgli is I don't know. He doesn't. Mowgli's not in it. There's a younger bear that he's like teaching or something like that, and Shere Khan is some sort of business tycoon who's trying to take over everything.
Sounds weird.
What else? It's called Tailspin for a reason. It's just it has the same characters and the same like similar voices as the old Jungle Book cartoon, but it's in a completely different setting. What
I've
else?
never
And
heard
Tiny
of
Toon Adventures. I did watch Tiny Toon Adventures. That was pretty good.
That I actually.
That was
did watch.
Steven Spielberg produced that one. I had a hard time getting into Animaniacs though.
I like shows like that. I just don't have time to watch that many.
You lost me.
But like shows like Ed and Eddie and Dexter's Laboratory were like the height of shows for me back then.
See, Dexter's Laboratory, Powerpuff Girls, those were I both thought those were really kind of stupid. And
But that voice.
but okay, now Ed, Ed and Eddie I did enjoy just because it was shamelessly stupid. Like Dexter's Lab tried to be smart, but it was stupid. Where Ed, Ed and Eddie was stupid and it owned up to it completely and like, yeah, we know we're retarded, so this is just what we're giving you. It was one of those
That's kind of how I felt about Fast Five.
tongue-in-cheek type shows. Fast Five?
Yeah, that is by far my favorite Fast and Furious movie, mostly because one, I hated all the other four, and two, because
What?
that one so openly
Wait,
embraced
four.
how absurdly ridiculous it was that I
Really?
enjoyed it a lot.
I didn't see it. I only watched the first one, and I refused to watch the rest just because I hated the first one so much. But I might actually
That's a
enjoy
really
the fifth one.
reasonable response. That's a really reasonable response. But seeing The Rock and Vin Diesel act really poorly to each other and then destroy each other is extremely fun.
You
I
know,
won't deny it.
They were all great movies, and
Nope.
Tokyo Drift was the best
Okay.
out of all.
Tokyo Drift
after
was
this,
terrible.
I already kind of disregard everything that
yourself.
comes out of Nobod's mouth, but after that statement, I really am going to disregard anything that comes out of his mouth as far as recommendations go.
What about
Did
what
you ever
about
even? You never even saw Tokyo Drift.
what about me?
I saw Tokyo Drift. And it was still bad.
Yeah, I didn't have to see it. I saw the previews for it, and the previews were bad enough.
Yeah, if you don't have
It was a
Vin
great
Diesel in your
movie.
movie, like really in your movie, don't try and count that cameo at the end. That's not him being
You know
in
what
the
the-
movie. If you don't have Vin Diesel in a Fast and Furious movie, it doesn't work. It hardly works
No,
with
the-
him in it, let alone without him.
The best movie I've ever seen Vin Diesel in was Pitch Black. I
I was
love that
100%
movie.
ready for you to say Chronicles of Riddick, because I love that
No.
movie. Horribly,
See,
horribly
Hold on,
cheesy, but
I'm about to
I
ask
love it.
this.
yeah, it is.
I'm about to ask the sponsored chat. What's the best Fast and Furious movie?
No one
Go for it.
cares.
And everyone's gonna say none.
I care.
I promise you that no one's gonna think any of them are good. Actually, Vin Diesel's best
They're
movie is
just gonna
probably Saving
know
Private Ryan.
as soon as you ask that question. They're just gonna ban you.
You know what? That would serve him right. I hope they do ban his ass.
Or they're just gonna ignore me, which is what's happening now.
That's what
Yeah, the
everybody
sponsor
that
chat's really
is smart
picky
does.
about who talks and who will be answered. I've always tried to go in there and just sort of like nudge my way in, and it never.
It
works.
does seem really hard to get into the chat when there's always these regulars that I see every time I log on to there. It's basically their chat room.
I
not a
never
sponsored
understood
chat
the
room.
whole chat room idea. I've never had any trouble, well, because I've been with the site for so long that I just kind of got in the habit of the way it worked, and like with the messaging system that we have and the posting in the forums, when the forum threads go off topic, and you kind of treat them like a chat room. It's like,
Yeah.
so I never really saw the point of an actual chat room,
Well-
especially when people you don't know are posting in there, and you're like, I don't want to be with all these other people. And
Well, then you can create your own.
yeah, well,
We have one.
then it might as well be like a Skype call or something like that. It just seems like it's not something I use anyway. I don't really see the value in it.
Yeah, who's used Skype anyway?
Yeah, seriously, I never used Skype until you people wanted me to.
Well, it's
I wanted to use Google Hangouts.
I also
Actually,
wanted to.
I
use
take that
Google
back. The
Hangouts.
last time, well, we can still try Google Hangout next time or the time after next. This is
No, we shouldn't even bother.
Okay, fine.
yeah.
we
it's-
Well, I mean, we
I
can
said
get,
that
but
really
then we
weird.
can get
No, we
faces.
shouldn't.
We can get
we can get
you know,
faces.
face of each other. Like we can see each other. It'd be lovely.
Well, we could see each other now if we just turn the videos on. But
Oh, we
Well-
can't do that unless we have like a paid subscription.
oh really?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, the video.
And a
if you
higher
try and click
internet.
your video button, you're not gonna get anything. It's grayed out
Oh.
and everything like that. You can't even screen share.
Well, they
which
used
is
to. You used to
disappointing.
be able to do that.
You can do 2 people, but if you try to add more than one, I mean more than 3, then it'll like work for like a minute and then drop out 2 pictures.
Google Hangout has it for free, right? Right.
Right.
I don't know.
No, that's
Oh,
absolutely
I'm
correct.
fairly sure it does.
Wes says to tell everybody hi, but he doesn't have any specific questions for us.
Well, that's helpful.
Hi, Wes.
Okay then. Oh yeah, he went.
Thank
Thanks
you
a lot,
for
Wes.
not helping us at all.
Yeah.
Worth-
Oh,
Slime.
you're so nice, Derek.
You're about as worthless as me making a space void in a bubble shield.
Yeah, about that. What'd your dad say?
I don't know. You were all talking. I didn't hear him.
Yeah, that has to be one of the strangest things I've seen in our guild battle system since I first started using it, and
Find
it
'em out.
didn't
Yeah, it was worth
really
it
do
though.
anything.
I like how no one else will know what you're referring to.
Yep. I was
Yeah.
just gonna sit back and listen. Yeah, I've no idea what you're talking about.
Well,
Oh well.
well, you know, the guild. You're not in the guild,
Correct.
are you?
All the cool people
I'm
that are in
not.
this conversation are in the guild, and you're not in the guild.
All 2
so
of you.
what's that say about you?
Okay. Well, the 2 people who are in this conversation consist of you and a dude you hate half the time.
No, I hate him all the time. I just tolerate him.
And yet you just called him cool, so
Not a
now you're
fact.
complimenting him while tolerating him. I did air quotes.
In this instance, he would be considered cool because it serves my purposes.
Ah,
glad it can work out that way.
Just saying, it doesn't change my viewpoint of him at all. I'm just using him right now.
It doesn't.
Right.
Are you sure?
Right. You're still a worthless slut.
Oh.
oh, that hurt all the way over here.
I take it back. You know I love you.
You shouldn't take it back. It's true.
Take
is
it back.
true.
Take it back.
May as well call it what it is. I mean,
The truth
This else
hurts,
is
I know. now he's going to give me the silent treatment.
I'm going to use this moment as an opportunity to say that if any of the listeners would like to contact us, we have a email called theforumthread@yahoo.com. And if you want to send any questions, any intros, anything, you can just send it right to that email address.
Good luck finding it.
It's not that hard.
Finding
It's just